Good morning, students. In this series of videos, we learn fundamentals in mathematics. By watching this series, you will have clarity in fundamentals. Phobia towards maths will be eliminated. You can improve speed and accuracy by following our methods. Subscribe our channel and follow 20 videos relating to fundamentals in mathematics. Today's topic is lines, and in our previous video, we learned that line is an undefined term in a plane geometry. The father of plane geometry is Euclid. A line is a straight path and it has no any measurement. Now the question is how two lines on a plane exist. Observe carefully. Two lines on a plane can exist in three ways. The first case is intersecting lines. Observe the figure. Here, two lines L and M intersect at a point P. So, mathematically we denote it as L intersection M is equal to set P. The common point of line L and line M is P. So we represent it as L intersection M is equal to set P. So mathematically the definition becomes like this. L, M are intersecting lines if and only if L intersection M is equal to point P. And one more thing, intersecting lines produces four angles, say A, B, C and D. It produces four angles. Then vertex opposite angles are equal. That means angles A is equals to angle C. Similarly, angle B is equals to angle D. Vertex opposite angles are equal. One more thing, adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent means side by side. That means angle A plus angle B is 180, angle B plus angle C is 180, angle C plus angle D is 180, and angle D plus angle A is also 180 degrees. Once again, intersecting lines produces four angles. Vertex opposite angles are equal and adjacent angles are supplementary. Now, let us solve a simple question. In the above figure, angle A is 80 degrees, then find BCD. We know that vertex opposite angles are equal, so angle C is equal to angle A is equal to 180. And adjacent angles are supplementary, so angle B is equal to angle D is equal to 180 minus A, that is 80. Its answer is 100 degrees. It is very simple question. If angles between intersecting lines is 90 degrees, then they are called perpendicular lines. It is denoted as L is perpendicular to M. This symbol is used for perpendicular. Now, case 2. What is the case? Parallel lines. That means they don't intersect. They don't meet. So, they have no any common point. Therefore, L intersection M is no common point, so it is empty set. Empty set is denoted with Greek letter phi. So mathematically we say L intersection M is equal to phi, then L, M are parallel lines. L, M are parallel lines if and only if L intersection M is equal to phi. Note, distance between parallel lines is always equal and angle between parallel lines is 0. Now third case, coincident lines. That means L and M fall one by one. That means L intersection M is equals to L is equals to M. This is third case. Now we discussed about two lines. Suppose two lines are like this and third line is passing through the intersecting point, then third line is called concurrent line and the intersecting point is called concurrent point. Now we learn concurrent lines. If three or more lines passes through the same point, then they are called concurrent lines and the point is called concurrent point. Suppose L, M, N meet at P, then if they are concurrent, then L intersection M intersection N is equal to set P. Now transversal. If a line intersects the other two lines at distinct points, then it is called transversal. For example, two lines are there. Observe carefully. Two lines are there. The third line is intersecting the remaining two lines at two distinct points. So, this line is called transversal. Observe the figure. Here, two lines are given and this line is intersecting at two distinct points. So, this line is called transversal. Once again, if a line intersects the other two lines at distinct points, then it is called transversal. In the above figure, angle 1, angle 2, angle 7 and angle 8 are exterior angles. When there is transversal, then the number of angles will be 8. Observe the figure carefully. In those angles, 1, 2, 7 and 8 are called exterior angles and 3, 4, 5 and 6 are called interior angles. And one more thing, here from the figure, angle 3 plus angle 5, angle 3 plus angle 5 is less than 180. If less than 180, whether we extend that side, they will meet at that area. Once again, angle 3 plus angle 5 is less than 180. That implies lines RS meet towards angle 3 and angle 5. This is also known as Euclid's fifth postulate. In our next video, we will discuss about Euclid postulates in detail. And observe the figure. L is parallel to M and P is transverse. Then 8 angles are formed. They are angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, angle E, angle F, angle G and angle H. Observe the figure. Here exterior angles are angle A, angle D, angle F and angle G. Interior angles are angle B, angle C, angle E and angle H. These are interior angles. And when they are parallel, then corresponding angles, it is also called similar angles, are equal. From the figure, observe carefully, angle A is equals to angle E. They are called similar angles or corresponding angles. Similarly, angle B is equals to angle F. Angle C is equals to angle G. And angle D is equals to angle H. Once again, corresponding angles or similar angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. That means from the figure, angle B is equals to angle H. Angle C is equals to angle E. Once again, alternate angles are equal. Otherwise, internal alternate angles are equal. One more thing, internal angles on the same side of transverse are supplementary. That means internal angles on the same side of the transverse, same side, B and E, internal angles on the same side of the transverse. These are supplementary. That means angle B plus angle E is 180. Similarly, angle C plus angle H is also 180. Now, one more thing. External angles on the same side of transverse also supplementary. They are angle D plus angle Z is 180. Angle A plus angle F is also 180. External angles on the same side. What are they? Angle A plus angle F and angle D plus angle G. These are also 180 degrees. Now, if we know one angle when parallel lines are given and transverse is given, one angle is given, then we can find all the remaining angles. It is 50, its vertex opposite is 50. Adjacent one becomes 180 minus 50, that is 130. Its vertex opposite is also 130. Corresponding angles are equal, so it is 150 and it is 130 and it is 130 and it is 50 degrees. If one angle is known, immediately we can find the remaining angles when parallel lines and transverse are there. Now question. In the above figure, transverse is for parallel lines, then find x. Observe the figure carefully. It is 45 degrees. So its vertex opposite angle 6 is also 45. Now look here, 5x plus 35 and 45 are internal angles on the same side of the transverse. So they are supplementary. Now come to the question. Angle 6 is equal to 45 degrees because vertex opposite sides. Angle 6 plus 5x plus 35 is equal to 180. Interior angles on the same side. By solving, we get x is equal to 20. Our next topic is types of quadrilateral. We attached Google quiz here. After completion of practice, attempt the quiz and view your score. Don't miss our next video, which is on types of quadrilateral. For our previous videos, Click on the link given in the description box. Thank you for listening.